Thousands of mourners arrived to pay their final respects to Pope Francis, who died on Easter Monday. The Pope is lying in state at St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican. Pilgrims have until midnight to view the pontiff, but the Catholic Church says it may extend the visiting time because there have been so many visitors. Heather Hiscox will be leading our coverage of the Pope's funeral on Saturday, and she tells us what it was like in St. Peter's Square.
Ian, we're here in St. Peter's Square, a place that I know you know well. I remember when you came here to cover the Canadian delegation that had traveled here to seek an apology from the Pope for the Church's role in the residential school system in our country. But the scene now is very different from what you experienced. And we came here immediately after getting on the plane, off the plane, to experience this scene. What you're seeing at home, we are in the midst of now, and it is an atmosphere of anticipation, but very respectful, remarkably quiet given the thousands of people who are already here. The signs of what is coming all around me. You can see the scaffolding they're building for the media and the broadcast positions. We'll be broadcasting from up there on Saturday morning for the Pope's funeral. Very visible security presence as well. And you can see the world media already gathering, but those numbers will only increase over the days to come. As far as the people who are here by the thousands on this first day of public visitation, the line of people wanting to pay respects, well, it stretches out well beyond my line of sight, and they will snake through this line and into St. Peter's Basilica to have a few moments before the coffin of Pope Francis on the inside. One of the things that struck me, and maybe you'll remember this scene too, Ian, is when they've come here, they stand for a moment just in front of the balcony, the loggia. And I was thinking back to March the 13th of 2013, when the doors opened and the announcement, Habemus Papam, we have a Pope. And this unexpected Pope emerged. He had been the Cardinal of Argentina, the Archbishop of Argentina, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, but Pope Francis, chosen by the conclave. So that was 2013 when the world first saw him on that balcony, and then one final time, this past Easter Sunday, when he was wheeled out onto the balcony for an Easter blessing, and then did a tour in his Pope-mobile all around St. Peter's Square, one final loop that turned out to be a final farewell because, of course, he slipped away just hours later on Monday morning. So the world is about to see an extraordinary scene, the likes of which we have not witnessed for 20 years at the death of John Paul II. Pope Benedict, when he'd passed away, he'd already resigned, so it was a different sort of funeral. But think back to what it looked like for Pope John Paul II. 300,000 people estimated to have been in the square at that time, and given how beloved Pope Francis was, the people's Pope as he was known, we would expect to see similar numbers and a similar scene. It's going to be extraordinary, Ian, and what a privilege to be here to cover it all.